Welcome to the project demonstration of underground cable fault identification and distance locator. So here we are going to identify that underground cable fault for in three phase. So it is R, Y, B. So in real time, fault identification for underground cables is difficult and the location finding also is very difficult. So in our project we are going to identify that based on the potential divider, nothing but voltage drop. Whenever the short circuit happen between the lane to lane, that is red to yellow or yellow to blue or red to blue. So whenever the short circuit happen, then the voltage will be dropped based on the resistance of the length. As we know that the resistance is proportional to the length of the wire. So whenever the short circuit happen, for example, consider this 30 kilometer of wire length. Whenever the short circuit happen between these two, around of 30 kilometers from the ending point to the 30 kilometers. So now the system will came to know that voltage drop happened between these two, from here length 1 and length 2, length 3, length 4. So whenever the short circuit happen here, then length 1 plus length 2 plus 3 plus 4. So based on this voltage length variance, the resistance varies, and parallelly we'll get the variable voltage also. So then based on the voltage value appearing from the so-called sensors and the output value, the microcontroller will came to know the approximate distance from this point, how many of kilometers the short circuit got happened. So then it will inform to the same status between the line to line, which line to line is short circuit happened, and the distance also will be displayed on the LCD screen. So for our demonstration purpose, we are making use of 10 kilo ohm resistors for each and every 10 kilometers. So this will be given as potential divider circuit base. That is nothing but we are going to get the voltage of VR1, for example. So the VR1 is equal to the V total voltage into R1 plus R2 plus R3 by respect to total resistance. And now that was given to the input of our PIC microcontroller. So PIC 16F72 microcontroller, we are using that, and we are taking input from the A0, A1, A2 pins, and also the output like buzzer for a C3 pin and LCD at B2 to B7. And here the whole system getting power supply from this 230 volts power socket. So when we provide the 230 volts input to this, the transformer will step down the 230 volts AC to 12 volts AC, and that was input to our regulated power supply board. On this board we can see the 4 diodes are connected in bridge rectifier manner. So it will convert the 12 volts AC to 12 volts pulsating DC. To remove the pulses, capacitor will be utilized here, that is 1000 microfarad capacitor. After that we'll get 12 volts pure DC voltage. And to make use of the microcontroller need 5 volts power supply. So in order to regulate that voltage, here we are using 7805 regulator, so which will regulate the voltage from 12 to the 5 volts constant, and that 5 volts is given as main source to our microcontroller. So coming to this motherboard, after regulation also there may be some spikes. In order to neutralize the so-called spikes, the capacitor will be utilized here, so it will neutralize them. And next on this we can see one reset switch. So this is the reset switch. So in order to restart the microcontroller, and this steel plated one is 20 megahertz oscillating frequency, which will provide a constant 20 megahertz pulses per second for the microcontroller. So the purpose of the clock pulse is, whenever we provided set of instructions to the microcontroller, it will take, per instruction execution purpose, it will take 1 pulse. So in that manner, so we are providing 20 megahertz pulses, so that the microcontroller can execute 20 mega instructions in 1 second. So that is the fastness of our PIC microcontroller. And there will be a power LED indication, red light, and green light is just program LED indication. When we switch on the kit, it will blink 2 times. And coming to this buzzer board. So the buzzer board is like 5 volts operated buzzer, piezo buzzer, we are using that, and the transistor is used to trigger the buzzer. So here the operation is like the microcontroller trigger the transistor will switch on the buzzer. So let us see the demonstration. So keep the switches all to down, right, and now status is normal. When we switch on the switch, so it will display the welcome message, and after that now the status is normal. And let us take R, Y, B, and I'm making a fault at 30 kilometers. As I said, from here 10, 20, 30. Right. So the fault is B2 or fault at 30 kilometers. Until it's rectified, the buzzer will be on continuously and the status will be displayed. So if the total errors happen, so it will display the maximum one. So once it's cleared, and it will display the 20, and then it's cleared, and next 10 kilometers, and after that total clear, status is normal. So like same thing for the remaining also. So once it's clear, 20, and next, and next. So once it's clear, right. And we can improvise the project with IoT feature also, so that we can monitor the status from anywhere in the world.